guys, it's Nick the Booksmith. Welcome back. This was just a little video. I got a Cricut and, well, I had to use it, and this was the first thing I had to do was make a shirt. So here is the shirt. I think it turned out pretty great. I've made these before with the freezer paper stencils, but I had, of course, to cut it out and use an X-Acto knife. And boy, a cutting machine really does make it a lot easier. Oh my goodness, like it cuts your time in half, less than half, because wow, it cuts it perfectly. And if you use the freezer paper, if you have a cutting machine, whether it's a Cameo or a Cricut or a Silhouette or a Brother or whatever it is you have, on your sticky mat, make sure that you put the freezer paper side down and slick side up, shiny side up. And then of course you have to mirror your whatever image you're going to have. It has to be mirrored, and then your cutting machine will cut it out. And then you have to carefully place on there what you wanted, ironing along the way. I did not use steam. You should not use steam. I don't think that would be great on your ironing. I don't think it would be good on the freezer paper, but it's just regular from the grocery store freezer paper, and it really does make a tight bond so that the bleach doesn't leach. The bleach doesn't leach underneath your stencil. I've also done them where I've used fabric paint, which is very cool. I've done several where I've done a logo or a image or whatever it is that I wanted, and then I painted it. I just dabbed it with some fabric paints. One thing I will suggest, if you notice in one of the pictures there was a piece of board inside. So I just took the 12 by 12 scrapbook paper pad, just one of them, and I took off that back board and I just slid it inside in between these layers so that the bleach would not go through to the back layer. I think that's also important. Maybe at some time I will do a real super duper tutorial. This was just, I figured a lot of people have done this, so I just showed you some snippets of what I did. So I think it turned out really cool though. There is so much you can do with these cutting machines that I am just starting to realize all the things that you can do. I don't have any vinyl. I don't have any HVT, none of that stuff. I don't have anything but paper and freezer paper. So I will have to research what all can be done, and maybe we'll do something with journal making, and because you know, there's all kinds of stuff, right? Okay, so here is my shirt. I hope you like it. Some of you who are gamers, you'll know what this is. For those of you that have never gamed before, this is from an old game called Portal, and yeah, so the cake is a lie. I actually saw a shirt kind of like this. I mean, it was its own deal at Comic-Con, but they didn't have my size, and I was like, ah. So I was like, one of these days I'm gonna make my own. So when I bought the Cricut, that was like the first thing I thought of, was like, I'm making a lie shirt. So the cake is a lie, and maybe I'll wear this to the next Comic-Con. Okay, so I will put that aside for now. And let me show you the marbled papers that I did on Friday. And I did do a little sneak peek of 3 of these on Instagram, but you know, there's 30 pages here or something. I think there's 30. Some of them did not come out great, but I'm gonna show you them anyway because that's what I do. They don't wanna like line up. Okay, so this is another one of the, I love these. This is a zebra marble. I think I have that right now. And it's done in greens and teals and like a lemon lime color with just a white spot over the top. Kind of cool. This one is another one of those Spanish waves that I did over a swirl and done in blues and greens and white. Look, I did something that wasn't blue. So there's a couple in here that aren't blue. So this one is kind of pretty. I don't know what it's called. It has a name. It's just escaping me. I should write that down. I should put that on the back, huh? Oh, forethought would be excellent. Here's another one in those similar colors. This one's a little bit darker, but kind of pretty. I love the little waves in there. Turned out really cool. Here is a nonpareil, and this one's done in purples and blues, and there is some green and silver in there, but I don't know if the camera's gonna pick it up. This one is just another Turkish stone done with a blue base and a salmony sprinkle with some gold and chocolate brown veins in there. Here is another Spanish wave that, well, some of it waved and some of it didn't, but I still think it's pretty. I like the colors. There's maroon and like a limey green and teal. I think it turned out real pretty, real pretty. It's prettier in person. It gets kind of washed out in the lights, so they are prettier in person. Here is another swirl of sorts with a kind of a doe skin color and green and blue. Here's a couple nonpareils, and one of them is done in more of a blue base, and then this one, the orange colors picked up a little bit more, but they were both very, very similar. Kind of muted antique colors. This one was like a spotted swirl with a gold vein in there. These are not over marbled. I just put the gold vein in with the marble. Also with this one is another one of the zebra marbles, and it does have gold in there? Hold on, let me look. Yeah, it does, sorry. I can't even see it. There we go. These lights just wash it right out. This one is over marbled, and it had like a red and kind of a russet orange background, and then I went over it in this beautiful gold veining. So that one turned out kind of cool. Different, but cool. Here's another Turkish stone with a gold over marble. I love those. You guys can probably tell I love those. This one is done in like, what is that color? It's like a coral and buttermilk and black, and then it has also the gold veining over the top of it. This one is a real pale peachy, like a peacock, and then it has the gold veining over the top. Maybe you can see that. There you go. That one's real subtle. This one isn't so subtle. This one's another Turkish stone with some gold over the top. I just love doing it's twice as much work. I tell you, it's because you have to let it dry and then you have to marble it all over again. So it's twice as much work, but man, they just turn out so cool when they, I don't know, I just like it. This one too. Man, my phone is blowing up over here. Sorry if you can hear that buzzing. It's my phone. Here is one in pink and green and teal and maroon with gold over the top of it. And this one as well with gold over the top. I don't know how well the ones with gold are going to scan. I'll have to scan them and see what they look like, because I doubt it's going to pick up the gold veining. You know what I mean? So this one was just a kind of a neat blue and salmony swirl with the gold over the top. This one has no gold over the top. This was just a blue Turkish stone, and then it has a little bit of the Spanish wave technique done to it, so you can see it kind of looks like water ripples. And this one, this is a mess up. You can see this pale line right here. That is called a hesitation line, and it is caused because I hesitated. You don't know you're hesitating until you pick up the paper and you go, oh man, that would have been so cool. But yeah, I hesitated. So it still does look pretty with the gold veining over the top. And I figure if I make smaller books, or because I'm never going to throw these away. I mean, I would never sell this piece, this original piece, and I probably wouldn't use this in the end pages of a book. Although it kind of looks like, if you look at it, it kind of looks like sun rays coming down from the heavens or something. So maybe I could put this in a book. Here's your sun rays, and I'll just put a little pot of gold down here in the beginning of your journal, and then there you go. There you go. Just we'll fix it. It's fixed. This one is just a swirl pattern over a Turkish stone marble, and it is teal and green and a pale, kind of a milk chocolate, I would say. This one, I should show this last, but it's not in here last. This is when my water bath started to get dirty. It starts to disintegrate, and you can see how the color cracks up like that. And it's not laughing. It's not cracking up because it's laughing. It's cracking up because the water bath gets too polluted and the carrageenan starts to break up, and it just doesn't hold well. This one and this one would have been super duper wicked awesome cool had I not messed them up. You can see the hesitation marks. I'm still working at this whole Spanish wave thing, and it's really hard to get down. Sometimes it goes down and it's like perfect, and then you do it another time and it does this, and you're thinking, okay, I did the exact same thing, but you know you messed up, so you didn't do the exact same thing. So anyway, it's still pretty, and I'll still use pieces of it. But yeah, this one would have been really cool, Nick. Really cool. This one is kind of it's got like cobalt and a deep salmon and like a teal green, and it's a swirl underneath, and then it's got the gold veining over the top. I wasn't real jazzed about this paper until I put the gold over the top, and then it's one of my favorites. Here is like a teal aqua stone with the gold veining. We're almost done, I promise. This one is also kind of a Spanish wave. This one actually came out pretty good. You can see how there's no hesitation lines. This one actually came out all right. And I like the colors. I like the warm colors and the little sun spot yellow colors too. And then this is an Icarus marble, and it has like, it looks like long wings or feathers on the wings, and that's why they call it the Icarus marble, and it turned out pretty good. Okay, so that was for this session. I will, at the end of this video, I will put a little montage of me marbling. It takes all day. Literally, it takes all day. So there's no way that I could just film me like the whole session. Well, I could, but you just have to sit there all day. So what I did was I just filmed me putting some paint on the water bath and pulling the pages out of the water so that you could see what it looks like when I do that. Yeah. Like I said, I'm a complete novice, so I'm working at it. And sometimes you have really, really, really beautiful pages, and then sometimes something happens and you mess up. But that's okay. It's okay. That's all about learning and getting experience and figuring everything out, and so that's what you gotta do. Okay guys, I have a couple of really, really cool DIY things that are coming up really soon. I just got to get a chance to put those together. A friend of mine had major surgery this morning, so she's awake, and I'm going to go see her now. And so that's going to be it for me for today. But I will be back really, really soon with the DIYs and some new products I'm going to be trying out that maybe will help you to decide if that's something for you. We'll be doing that as well. And I've already started on another batch of journals. I'm working it, people. I'm working it. So I will see you guys really soon. Thank you for stopping by and checking out the new stuff and listening to me ramble. And you're going to see a lot more of the Cricut because she's a lot of fun, by the way. We're going to have to name her something. So start thinking of names. Usually I name my thing, I don't know why, my car is Barry White, because it's white, but he's got sexy black leather on the inside and a Bose stereo system. So it's Barry White, because what else would it be? So we're going to name the cricket. So if you have a suggestion, please put it down in the comment section below, and we will be naming the cricket. For those of you who know about cutting machines, I ended up getting the Cricut Maker. So for some of you, you're like, oh, I know what that is. And other people are like, I have no idea what you're talking about, Nick. I just don't even know. So yeah, but that's what it is. And we'll be playing with her some more soon. All right, guys, thanks again. And I will see you really, really soon. Bye, guys.